Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Physics Spark, where you will get the spark of knowledge. Myself Dr. Meenakshi. I am here because I love to teach physics. You can find me at physicsbasic2020@gmail.com. Feel free to contact me. If you like the video, please share it and subscribe my channel. Now, today we will discuss about acceleration. So, let's start it. Objective. At the end of this video, you will be able to learn uniform velocity, non-uniform velocity, and the basic of acceleration. So, velocity is of two types, that is uniform velocity and non-uniform velocity. Uniform velocity means during a uniform motion, the velocity remains constant with time. That is, change in velocity of the object for any time interval is 0. While in non-uniform motion, velocity varies with time. It has different values at different instants and at different points. Change in velocity of object during any time interval is not 0. So, uniform velocity means whenever we can say the uniform velocity means change in velocity of an object for an interval is 0. Now, introducing acceleration. The rate of change of velocity is acceleration. Simply we can say that whenever we have a non-uniform velocity, that means when velocity changes with time, that is defined as acceleration. Now, here we have a very big and you can say very important concept, means when velocity changes, then there will be acceleration. So, big concept is there must be a change in velocity. Then we can say that there is acceleration. That means for uniform motion or for uniform velocity, there is no acceleration. Object is moving because it has velocity. But when it has uniform velocity, that means there is no change in velocity. Suppose you are moving from one city to another city and you are moving with a constant speed of 30 km per hour. There is no change. You are moving. You think there is acceleration, but no. Acceleration will be there only when there will be a change in the velocity. Suppose you are moving first half kilometer, you can say first 10 km, 20 km per hour speed. Next 20 km at 30 km per hour speed, then there is a acceleration. Clear? So, next is whenever velocity changes, there is a acceleration. Now, velocity changes when magnitude of velocity changes, direction of velocity changes, and both magnitude and direction change. Now, it's easy to understand that when magnitude of velocity changes means when you are moving from at a velocity of 20 km per hour, then you are changing your velocity to 30 km per hour. Now, the question, how direction of velocity changes? Since velocity is a vector quantity, so direction may also be changed. Now, let us try to understand all these three concepts one by one. First one is how magnitude of velocity changes. It's simply when you are moving in a straight line. Clear? Suppose this is a car, it is moving from point A to point B with velocity 15 meter per second towards north. Here this 15 meter per second is magnitude, toward north it's its direction, and from B to C it travels with velocity 25 meter per second towards north. Here direction is same, only magnitude is changing from V1 to V2. Here this car is accelerating. So, velocity is changing from A to C, that means we have acceleration. Now, our next concept is how direction of velocity changes. Look at this, this is important thing. Suppose you are moving in a circular path. In circular path, when you are moving with a constant speed, then at every point direction changes. Velocity remains same, speed remains same, but direction changes. That means magnitude remains same and direction is changing. That means how direction of velocity changes. Next is how both magnitude and direction change. Again we are taking the example of a moving car. Suppose you are moving on a straight road and you are moving with 25 meter per second towards north. Suddenly there is a slope. You have to slow down your car and you have to change its direction. Then your car will move at the rate of 15 meter per second towards west. Here magnitude changes from 25 meter per second to 15 meter per second and direction changes from north to west. Here we can say how magnitude, both magnitude and direction changes. So now what is acceleration? We can you can say recalculate, that is rate of change of velocity. An object is accelerating if it is changing its velocity and it is a vector quantity. Clear? That is rate of change of velocity. Object is accelerating only when its velocity changes. It is a vector quantity. Now you can say the definition. The change in velocity of an object per unit time is known as acceleration. Acceleration can be observed either by change in direction of motion or change in speed or both. Expression is acceleration is change in velocity divided by time taken. If an object, velocity of an object changes from initial value u to final value v in time t, then acceleration A is defined as v minus u by t, that is final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time taken, and SI unit of acceleration is meter per second square. Now this is all about today's video. Thank you. In next video we will see the uniform acceleration and non-uniform acceleration. Thank you very much.